everybody, it's Greg again from Heck Yeah, You Can Cook. And today it's time for fun with rice. Rice, baby. Sorry, all you 90s kids just had a flashback. Rice is the most underrated of all the side dishes. It's so much you can do with it. It doesn't have to be plain white rice. So many variations, so much fun, and heck yeah, you can do it. Couple things, rice can take a long time to cook, and so what I've done is made sure you find the ones that do not take as long to cook. There are some longer ones and there are some shorter ones, so read your package carefully. This doesn't have to be your standard store brand rice. You have lots of great varieties out there. We're going to show you, and some of them are done in as little as 5 or 6 minutes. Heck yeah. First thing is, let's talk about the rice itself. Now, my favorite standby is the Ralston Family Farms Golden Rice. Cooks in 15, usually about 12 minutes as you do it on the stove top, especially if you've got stainless steel. Fantastic. Has the fiber in it. Ralston Family has a whole line of rice if you can find it. Great rice to get. It's only, like I said, 15 minutes. They even have a longer rice. Now, I do like this purple rice. I like it so much I had it turned around the wrong way. Purple rice, great, adds color, adds vibrance to a dish, especially if you're using it as a bed for something. This one takes about 40 to 45 minutes to cook. Just be aware you need a little more time with this rice. One I've discovered recently, I love it. It cooks in 20 minutes, between 15 and 20 minutes, and that is arborio rice. It's Italian style rice, a little heavier, a little thicker. Wonderful thing to cook with. Absorbs flavors really well. We're going to talk about flavors in just a second. Don't forget your rice noodles. These can be ready in 5 or 6 minutes. Do not take long at all and can make any dish a snazzy one. You can make some great stir fries, some great types of stovetop put togethers, and add this wonderful addition. Now let's talk about what we're going to need. You do not need a fancy rice cooker. Most of you probably have this in your house. 2.5 quart cooker, stovetop pot with a lid. Ta-da! That's all you need. Use this. Can make your very quickly. I always start my rice before I cook. That way it's done, ready to serve. It'll keep it warm for you. Great addition. Now the reason I'm going into this is going to be several shorts. This is the long version of me making different types of rice. And it's just to give you some ideas, but do not let me be the one to dictate it. Follow your package directions and add some seasoning. Let's start with water. Water's plain, water's boring. How do you make these different varieties of rice? One thing I will tell you I use a lot. Vegetable broth. You can use beef broth, you can use bone broth, you can use chicken broth. I like vegetable, I like the flavors it adds because I cook with a lot of vegetables. And if I'm making a dish where this is either going to be integrated or served on it, it just adds to the flavor of the vegetables. You don't need salt when you use this because it has salt in it. This was $1. Yes, it's a little more expensive maybe than the tap water. Well worth the flavor. Coconut rice. I know you've heard of that. I use coconut water to make my coconut rice. A little bit of coconut oil maybe instead of butter. Fantastic. My oil of choice, tablespoon of butter when you're working with rice. It just takes it so well. Don't skip that part. If you can't have oil, I understand. You can use vegetable oil. Olive oil works pretty good with this as well. It doesn't add a whole lot of flavor. You use extra virgin. It doesn't add a whole lot of flavor if you use extra virgin olive oil. But I prefer butter when I'm making my rice. When you're using the butter, I use a tablespoon for every cup of dry rice that you're making. So 1 tablespoon of butter for the rice, and that goes for the oil as well. You can make your rice as flavorful as you'd like to. I've got a variety of spices I use. Use a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half, a little more maybe with some of the Asian seasonings, maybe 2 teaspoons for every cup of dry rice you're using. Some of the ones I love to use, now my favorite of course is Jollof. I do in this one use probably 2 teaspoons of the seasoning. It makes a wonderful fragrant rice that goes well with avocados and lots of other items. There's some recipes on Heck Yeah, if you'd like to check them out, specifically designed with Jollof rice. You can use any type of Italian or Greek blend seasonings. This is my Pampered Chef Greek blend. teaspoon, teaspoon and a half in there, works wonders. You can also use fresh basil, fresh oregano if you like. Put that in there as well in the cooking process. I usually use a good handful, maybe half an ounce as you're putting in there. Another thing you use is garlic and herb seasoning. This is fantastic. Teaspoon, wonderful adding flavor to your rice. Tandoori. Don't knock it. Tandoori rice is fantastic. Also, you have, let me hope I say this correctly, nori komi furikake rice seasoning, specifically from Asia. I do use 2 teaspoons when I'm making this in there. It makes the best rice. Next, I have my vindaloo seasoning. I add about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of this. Vindaloo is very strong. You don't want to overpower the rice or whatever you're serving with. And also, I have like Cajun. You've heard of Cajun dirty rice, right? Here it is, the secret. Add a teaspoon and a half of this while you're making that cup of rice. Fantastic. And don't forget, Jamaican jerk. Yes, Jamaican rice. Works wonders with whatever you're cooking. And an old standby is my Asian blend. About a teaspoon of this goes fantastic. You can try all kinds of things. I've used New Mexico chili. The possibilities are endless. Matter of fact, I think my New Mexico chili is right here. Great stuff. Another secret. Now, I like to marinate things in salad dressing, especially vinegar-based salad dressing, a vinaigrette, if you will. And you can take it, I cook some chicken with it, and instead of just serving it on a bed of plain rice, add a tablespoon, maybe a little bit over, a well-rounded tablespoon of the same salad dressing. In this case, a black garlic vinaigrette. Kicks up the rice, keeps that flavor going throughout the dish as you served it. Fantastic. Heck yeah. Hope you guys got some stuff out of this. Like I said, there'll be some videos coming up, shorts. It doesn't take long to demonstrate this. Little 1-minute snippets about how to make different types of rice. Rice, baby. Heck yeah. Everyone have a wonderful day.